What's up, YouTube? I think we can all agree that 2020 might be the only thing in existence worse than 2018 Rewind.
Yeah.
Just 2020. If only we all knew beforehand what the start of this decade would bring, or in a way affect every single individual, especially on YouTube. I'll be talking about all the bad controversies that happen to both YouTube and YouTubers. There might be some crossplay now and then with people that originate their online careers through Twitch and YouTube or vice versa. For instance, Pokimane will be mentioned in this video, as well in my Everything Wrong with Twitch 2020 vid. Please note that I won't be talking about any solicited allegations towards any YouTuber, as that's what they are, allegations. Also, in no way, shape, or form is this a personal attack on every person that gets mentioned in this video. I don't know these people / influencers personally, I'm just stating their controversies that have happened to them at face value, while giving some commentary and making some jokes along the way. With that being said, let's just jump into it.
Problem child, Jake Paul.
So a month before Jake Paul was going to fight AnEsonGib in their boxing match, Jake Paul copystrikes Gib's video that he made because of Gib's joke about Jake's hairline. At the time, Jake even had the audacity to make fun of Gib for getting the video removed from YouTube so fast. It just goes to show that people who are influencers like Jake Paul shouldn't be abusing their power towards anyone, no matter how big or small they are in terms of popularity. Then you get a guy like fouseyTUBE who hits on a female streamer even though she has a boyfriend.
Suzy said bye.
Oh, that's her boyfriend? Oh! Wow! Did y'all see what just happened? Did anybody see what just happened? Why did her boyfriend just flip me off?
The boyfriend has even gone to Twitter stating how uncool it is for Fousey to be continuously hitting on her like a creeper, and keeps restreaming her reaction after she has told Fousey that she has a boyfriend several times. Fousey then responds back with, "I've started 2020 with an abundant amount of L's due to recklessness, childish and immature behavior. I need to do better." Even though one day prior to all this, he says that 2020 already feels way better than 2019.
No, Eddie, that's much better. Our old clothes are much better.
Don't my English bug you, bumpkin?
Next you have Nikki Limo getting her entire channel demonetized for featuring firearms when she's just a cooking channel. Pretty sure that it's just YouTube's automatic bots going haywire because throughout the year you'll see cracks in the system that YouTube wants everyone to have faith in. Speaking of which, around that time YouTubers that had over 10,000 subs were getting hacked. As more time goes by, hackers are getting better and more creative at hacking one's YouTube channel. Obviously, don't click on any links from any suspicious emails. Also, having a two-way verification helps out as well with your channel from getting compromised.
You gotta get out of here, dude.
But I've got nerves of steel. I'm not big into books.
Following that up, you have Jukin Media, an entertainment company that once extorted YouTubers like MXR Plays for copyright for thousands of dollars for simply using their clips. This company is bypassing fair use and YouTube's copyright system to extort cash in exchange for, quote, not abusing the copyright system. And later on, the same channel that was wedged into this controversy got a strike violation just for watching a video of a child playing with fireworks, saying that it breaks YouTube's guidelines. Then you get two small YouTubers like PewDiePie and James Charles getting copyright strikes from Alf Digital. Although this issue was shortly resolved, it shouldn't have happened to begin with, as Alf Digital is a non-existent company that is just once again abusing the system. While we're still on the topic of copyright strikes, LuxuryPranks, believe it or not, a pranking channel, falsely copyright strikes on probably one of the worst YouTubers on the platform, JStation. I'm talking about a guy where his videos involve him buying a slave off the dark web, faking his own girlfriend's death just to make a video about him calling out to her on a Ouija board. Like that's enough to get someone the worst YouTuber for the year award. I would say that he's changing for the better until he said that he will sue Nerd City and Colossal is Crazy depending on what they say in their criticism videos.
The funny thing is,
The J Station has even said that he wouldn't do anything that's controversial ever again until he just comes out right and says that he'll dox Nerd City and Colossal is Crazy. Never change, Jay. Then you have this vlogger EDP445 who reaches 1 million subscribers but doesn't get his YouTube plaque button because he does not meet YouTube's requirements. Luckily, a fan made him a custom gold plaque button, so at least there's somewhat of a happy ending to it.
Do you see me laughing, my? I ain't laughing.
This food eating channel, MrBeast, got his 10-year-old video, Old Crystal Pepsi, age restricted by YouTube. Like it's almost if older videos shouldn't be judged accordingly by today's terms of service and guidelines as before the year 2016, which I would consider to be the era of YouTube where people were uploading edgy content and nobody cared or was trolled. Rusty Cage makes a music video that was almost like a PSA on how to take care of yourself for the COVID-19 pandemic, and YouTube took it down because it was against its terms of service, even though the music video had positive feedback and no one had any problems with it. Yet of course YouTube says it was encouraging violent and dangerous acts when the video itself was giving good advice, and thankfully the video was shortly reinstated because everyone was adding YouTube on Twitter. I'm saying YouTube's this bad because they want to be enforcing bots over manual reviews due to the outbreak. I shouldn't have to explain why this is a bad thing since YouTube doesn't want to deal with manual reviews and wants people to use their automatic system instead. Which if YouTube didn't want their employees to be at their HQ, why not have the customer service support work at home since a lot of people have gotten used to it?
wait a minute. Are you even Egyptian?
No, sir. I'm from New Jersey.
I demand to speak to someone from Egypt.
I'm sorry, sir, but all our call centers are outsourced to America.
Friggin' typical. No wonder he wasn't any help.
Next YouTube blogger, Meghan Rienks' second YouTube channel gets hacked into. Takes literal months for YouTube to get back to her, and she can't even record the phone call from the YouTube representative for private, classified, and security-related information. Not gonna lie, it seems really sus, YouTube. Then because YouTube at the time was cracking down on people talking about the coronavirus, MatPat, or the game theorist, wanted to capitalize on the trend by making a video on which Nintendo characters would survive this outbreak. He even had the audacity to not even include the name of the virus itself in the title of the video just to avoid YouTube's automatic bots to detect and demonetize his video. Mid-roll ads, NordVPN sponsorship, and channel merch makes MatPat as a greedy person to profit off tragedy for this censored virus video. Next, Pixel Rookie, a gaming content creator, gets his channel hacked and sold onto the internet for $200. YouTube says that they can't do anything about it. Luckily, a fan of Rookie bought his channel and gave it right back to him. Even though the Pixel Rookie had tried to contact YouTube's support teams about this, they couldn't even help him at all. Yet he was fortunate enough that someone in his Discord had acquired his YouTube channel and was able to give full ownership right back to him. So at least there's another happy ending. You guys remember GameStop? The equivalent of Blockbusters but for video games? Well, during the COVID outbreak, a YouTuber goes by Camelot331 was able to sneak into a GameStop conference call and was able to find out that the people in the corporate structure were saying that they wanted to stay at home but have the store employees and associates go to work and risk getting
Infected.
Then shortly after, Camelot331 got that video flagged by GameStop themselves, with them wanting to take down the video, confirming that the audio was real. However, it also confirms about how big companies will go out of their way to once again abuse YouTube's copyright system to step on other content creators.
Power to the players.
Reaction to Suzy Lou abuses her power over commentary channels, with her saying that we are making changes and any information you can share will help make YouTube a better place for creators. People like Josh Pescatori says that she's going to become the next Carlos Maza, as she has confirmed to have different contact with YouTube and is using that connection to form a new campaign to increase the career harassment guidelines against what she calls hate channels. And when I mean she abuses her power, I mean she has even said it herself that she admits in taking down videos that criticizes her. Probably the only good thing about this is that the courting has stated that someone at Google will look into an investigation on the whole thing. Then you get YouTube launching a new program that'll let YouTubers know why their videos are not getting monetized. However, the catch is that it'll cost money to help deal with your videos' monetization. The program's name is UVR, which stands for the Unlisted Video Review Program. That is essentially having people get their unlisted videos by actual people and determine if they should be monetized or not. This is something that a lot of people have been asking for, but the fact that you have to actually pay someone for this service when it already should be part of their job because they already work for YouTube is just straight up robbery. For God's sakes, they don't even look into your videos for copyright or fair use, like the nostalgia critic has been fighting for with his movement, Where's the Fair Use? I'm just going to end it with this comment by Watts the Safe Word. Dear YouTube, as a creator who has tried every version of your review process, your humans don't know your own guidelines. Your computers constantly disagree with your humans, and the number of times I waited for a review to turn green, then publishly only to have it go yellow immediately is just ridiculous. We have been asking for clarity of what the issues are with videos specifically for literal years. We want to see if creators want this. How tone deaf can you guys be? Finally, why creators you've stolen money from for years now have to pay you to do the job you're supposed to be doing properly from the get-go. DrewIsSharing, who is another YouTuber that got his account hacked into for 2 months, got the issue sorted out until YouTube claims that it still was hacked. Then once Drew thought all the troubles were over, YouTube put a big old restriction on his channel, meaning you can't search for the YouTuber, nor can they upload videos whatsoever, meaning YouTube inadvertently made the situation even worse for the guy. While we're still on the topic of the platform that seems to be okay with turning a blind eye to scam ads that have famous YouTuber MrBeast all over them. Definitely young impressionable kids would fall victim to this, and YouTube should do something about it when the platform itself should know and understand its main demographic.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
Instead, you get YouTube streamer Britney Venti, who was banned for simply praying on stream, with YouTube saying it was harmful and dangerous. And of course, this is just an error on YouTube's end because of the platform's trust in having their moronic bots be detecting issues due to lack of employees because of COVID. Back when The Last of Us Part 2 was leaked, gaming company Naughty Dog and Sony were sending out copyright strikes on videos that don't even show footage of The Last of Us Part 2, just in the title. For example, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers got his Last of Us Part 2 video removed just for simply stating his opinion, not even showing any leaked gameplay footage, to which I don't think was worth it given the poor reception the game was received. If you recall the whole H3H3 and Keemstar drama, you'll remember they went after their own sponsors. But due to the whole thing being so trendy, it meant other content creators were catching on, such as popular streamer Pokimane reacted to commentary channel ItsAGundam on his video about Pokimane's simp fans, and she then comments on Gundam's sponsorship for that video. Because of what she said on her stream, Gundam would then lose a future sponsor by a big game developer.
And the sad thing is, I didn't walk away from this unscathed. I had a sponsorship kind of lined up with like a big video game company. Let's just say they're big enough that E3 they had their own press conference and special presentations. Yeah, that kind of went. So I hope you're happy, folks.
In other news, Joe Rogan signs deal with Spotify, meaning his newer podcast episodes will be leaving YouTube. This isn't really a big deal, but it shows how people will leave the platform the second you get a better deal than YouTube's monetization post-adpocalypse and due to YouTube censorship. So this commentary channel, AugieRFC, has been demonetized because of his apparent harassment due to YouTube's apparent treatment to commentary channels due to Suzy on how she feels about these hater channels. Speaking of commentary channels, Leafyishere makes a video about another YouTuber, I'm Alex, and it gets taken down by YouTube without I'm Alex's authorization, much like the same thing when iDubbbz's, ironically, Leafyishere video being taken down without anyone's permission because of YouTube obliviously knowing what's best for its community. Leafy has spoken out about the H3H3 and Keemstar drama not being overall good for everyone.
Whether or not there's a winner in this stupid fucking drama, the loser is already decided, and it's channels that make money through sponsorships that make edgy content. Like, this has to be the biggest case of actual self-destruction I've ever seen on YouTube, and I'm not saying that from like a drama perspective. I'm saying that from like below below the table perspective in the sense of H3H3 lost sponsorship deals because of this, Keemstar lost sponsorship deals because of this, but it's not even that. It's the fact that this is setting a standard that if you make content that's edgy on YouTube, or not even that, if you ever made content that was edgy on YouTube, you now not only have a way less chance of getting a sponsorship, but as this thing transpires, you're going to be left with a constant risk of losing that deal.
Then we have well-known YouTuber Gokunaru, who made a video in 2018 titled The Death of H3H3 Productions, which got taken down a year later for harassment and bullying due to YouTube's update on their creator-on-creator policy in 2020. Whether or not how you feel towards both sides shouldn't really matter. It's just everyone shouldn't be okay with YouTube taking down criticism vids because of their vague as sin community guidelines. Someone that is going by the name of Kyle Jackson, an anonymous person who blackmailed Memology 101 and Game from Scrath, told them that he will uphold their channels for ransom if they do not pay him and promote his Twitter in a short amount of time. Probably not the same person, but they are using a botnet to falsely flag the victims' channels by once again abusing the copyright system. Luckily, both of them got their Copystrikes removed from their channels, so hopefully this won't be a common trend. And then during the 2020 BLM movement, YouTube committed $1 million to amplify black creators and artists. However, black YouTubers then sued Google for overt, intentional, and systematic racial discrimination. The people suing are saying that the companies rigged the game by restricting and blocking these black YouTubers based on their racial identity, but not subjecting YouTube's own produced videos to the same examination. Then well-known YouTuber Grade A Undera had his whole channel demonetized over his ending song. The music company is claiming the ad revenue when their song is only used in the video for just 7 seconds.
In the last 3 months, for which I was gone for like 2 of them, right, I got 23.6 million views. And for those 23.6 million views, which is almost the entire population of Australia, which is quite the outreach if I do say so myself, I made a grand total of... But you made loads, great. Australia's fucking massive. Not even 900 quid. Why is it that bastard song that I use at the end of my videos? What? No, stop, no! What are you doing, mate? Don't play any more of that, idiot. Seriously, I just want to point out how stupid that is, right? My use of 7 seconds of a song, again, 7 seconds, has basically made my YouTube channel belong to someone else. This level of abuse of the Digital Millennium Copyright Act law, whatever the fuck it is, right, which is the cause of this, is fucking retarded. And fuck the record companies that abuse this stupid law.
A YouTube chess channel, AnEsonGib, got his podcast taken down for being harmful and dangerous. Right after he appeals his videos, the YouTube bot automatically took the video down again. And although he got his videos back, it took people to cry out to YouTube on Twitter to resolve this issue.
Checkmate.
Best 2 out of 3?
You lost.
But I still have my horsey.
It's called a knight.
Why's the knight a horse?
I'm your son now.
Horses can't be knights. I mean, that's just silly. Chess is stupid.
From video takedowns to YouTubers getting shadow demonetized, where content creators get zero monetization by YouTube for no reason and with no notifications such as Pegasus, Sensitive Society, Turkey Tom, I Read Alex, and Creepshow Art. Basically most YouTube commentary channels. Massive verified YouTube channels were getting hacked, and then the hackers would be live streaming Bitcoin scams. As the original owners for the channels are told to wait these scammers out, they are generating thousands of dollars of Bitcoin that YouTube has no control over until the damages would already be done. I have seen this happen before to a big channel like Neebs Gaming. These guys were so close to reaching the 2 million subscriber mark, but because of their channel getting hacked into for 2 weeks, the damages were already done and YouTube couldn't do anything to restore it. As YouTube continues to disappoint, Rooster Teeth follows suit by going back to their old YouTube videos, saying that it doesn't go with today's social political climate. On their own words, videos that we no longer feel comfortable hosting on our platform. Yeah, from the company that started off with a web series that used almost every word in the book, now suddenly wants to step back and edit their history that got them to where they are today.
Whoop-de-fucking-do.
Dick fucking shit.
Fuck.
Bitch. Crap. Shit.
Holy crap!
Son of a bitch.
Shit.
Son of a bitch!
Crap.
Crap.
Dick.
Shit. Fucker.
Crap. Crap.
Cockbite. Son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch! Son of a
Then an Indian rapper known as Badsha had Mumbai police stating that he has spent over $1 million on view bots for his music video Pagal to have over 72 million views, just so that he could attempt to break the 24-hour record on YouTube and gain traction. While we're still on the topic of musicians, Cardi B's music video WAP was uploaded onto YouTube with full monetization, even though it clearly breaks YouTube's community guidelines of having overly sexual images, not even being age restricted. It doesn't matter whether the video is flashy or not, but the factor is how music content creators have better treatment than usual YouTuber. To quote Adam of YMS, the only wrong thing with WAP, it's another reminder of how unfairly YouTube treats its creators. It's fully monetized, and any YouTuber would definitely get demonetized just for showing clips of it. In other news, a moment of silence please for Filthy Frank's hair cake video for being taken down off of YouTube.
Bring me back to you. Too long. No matter what I say I still feel till the moment I'm gone.
Then well-known YouTuber Leafyishere was terminated and removed off YouTube for cyberbullying. The biggest offender here is that Leafy's channel didn't even have any community guideline strikes before his channel got terminated. This is apparently because of YouTube's current distaste for commentary channels, such as Leafy. And since we're still on the topic of commentary, this commentary and news channel JT abuses YouTube's copyright strike system on Keemstar's Leafyishere interview just for having one of his thumbnails during the entire duration of the video. By using JT's own logic, wouldn't Leafy simply copy strike JT's video for using his face in the thumbnail? The big irony here is that Keemstar actually helped JT with false copyright strikes on his channel a couple of years back, so why bother burning this bridge down when you can just message him or ask? Then back to well-known YouTuber and streamer Pokimane for hopping onto the VTuber bandwagon when before she was criticizing ItsAGundam, with the guy being a quote-unquote
some random dude behind a VR machine calls a girl a thought for 20 minutes? Really want to put my logo on that one!
I'm sorry, Pokimane, but
I don't feel sorry for you.
Then one of the most subscribed YouTubers, PewDiePie, had his videos not coming up in YouTube search results. The usual viewership that he gets on his videos was so low at one point that news media outlets were calling that he was allegedly shadow banned. Eventually, this issue got resolved, but this whole thing just represents YouTube's incompetency for this to happen randomly. Speaking about the platform disappointing everyone again, YouTube has stated that they won't be making a crappy YouTube Rewind for 2020, mainly because to fulfill the diversity quota, they'll need to bring other YouTubers that no one has ever heard of from around the world with immune systems being so different from everyone else's. Just kidding, it's because of COVID. Let's just cut to the chase, it's because of COVID. Even though a crappy Rewind video with every YouTuber to be in a cruddy Zoom meeting is what everyone was expecting, but this year is just full of surprises. Luckily, MrBeast's Rewind video has made up for it. Then YouTube made another update that made people more upset again, because that recent update made it so that even if your videos are not monetized or part of the YouTube partnership program, then YouTube will monetize it even without giving the content creators a cent of the ad revenue. Although I could have 100 ways to fix YouTube as a whole, I think that'll be another video for another time. So internet celebrity Belle Delphine was banned off the platform with no warnings because of her smexy music videos, as apparently you can only have that kind of content if you're part of the music industry, which she is not of. The hypocrisy here is that there are other music videos that are just as smexy that are not getting the same treatment, which brings up the whole inequality thing that YouTube says that they're aiming for. But that's just a theory. A game theory. Because in actuality, it was just a mistake that YouTube made. Next thing you know, PewDiePie's collaboration video that he did with KSI had an incredible duet at the very end of the video of Celine Dion's infamous song My Heart Will Go On. However, the music label placed a copyright claim on the video and is collecting all the ad revenue for both KSI and Pewds.
So I got a claim on my KSI video. At the end, we played My Heart Will Go On, or at least we said that's what we were gonna play. This is what it sounds like. It's too there, isn't it? So I appealed it, obviously, because it's bullshit. Like, why? and they rejected it. This is actually infringing on copyright according to this company. So all the revenue now goes to this company for the entire video. Like what? Yeah, this thought was bullshit.
Then probably the biggest gaming company that I've once looked upon has just been up to their old tricks again, with Nintendo of Tokyo taking down videos of YouTubers using video game background score. Wouldn't be the first time the company has done this by shooting themselves in the foot, as well as their loyal fan base.
Son, did you just shoot yourself in the foot? Yeah, I do that now sometimes. I'm not really sure why. I'm sure it's user error.
Nintendo fans were furious, but not as furious as Angry Joe when he got his whole channel deleted because he requested an imposter channel to be investigated, and YouTube deleted his stream channel by accident.
You done fucked it up!
Then a few months after Leafy got his channel terminated from YouTube, he was hired by Red Blooms LLC to be hosting on a new channel called Weefy, which wasn't at all going against YouTube's terms of service because this was exactly the same thing that Keemstar did when his initial channel was terminated for reasons. So using this logic, you would think that Weefy was in the clear, right?
Nope.
So then after 3 days of getting 1,000 subscribers, this new channel owned by another company was terminated again. YouTube has even emailed Leafy specifically saying to him that only he is literally prohibited from accessing, processing, or creating any other YouTube accounts. Only him, only Leafy, only on YouTube, where you can see this dictatorship go into fruition. The irony here is there are literally fan accounts that are hosting Leafy's old vids, which means that YouTube doesn't care about them, but only cares about destroying the actual channel. With all the terrible things that have happened in 2020, let's just hope that things won't repeat themselves for the years to come.